Saturday, March 1st, 10:04 a.m., 50 seconds on the second hand. One NBA bet for tonight. And that would be Memphis Grizzlies -9 against the spread at -115 odds. Kind of odd there. At 1.15 units risked to win one. Usually you would see the spread at -110, but it is an NBA game, so the spread line, the lines fluctuate a lot more drastically than the NHL. The odds are different though for that. Whatever. Anyways, it's the same concept as the previous NBA betting episodes in regards to live betting Memphis against the spread when they're in a scoring drought or they're preferably losing. If they're a live underdog while the game is happening. So don't bet Memphis -9 before the game. Wait if you are in a state where it's legal or a website where it's legal. You can live bet Memphis, preferably when they're losing and the live spread is at Memphis +1.5, which means if they lose by 1, they still cover the +1.5, but they wouldn't cover the -9. For the -9, they have to win by 10 points. So for these NBA bets that I put out, since they have to win by 10 points to cover the -9, if they're losing or they're in a scoring drought live during the game, that live line of -9 is going to creep closer to -2, -1. If it's at -1 for the Memphis Grizzlies, that means they have to win by 2 to cover the spread versus 10. So it's a big difference. Winning by 2 and winning by 10 is a big, big difference in the NBA. And if you can catch a team that's good against the spread, where they're losing live in that game, where they're playing an opponent that's bad against the spread, the San Antonio Spurs example, which would be tonight, then you live bet Memphis. If you can find, it's going to be, the sports books are not going to want to put Memphis as an underdog. It's going to be the one thing that they don't want to do at all today because of Victor Wembanyama. He's injured and he's out for the rest of the season. He was going to win Defensive Player of the Year. So that's the best defensive player in the NBA who's out for the rest of the season for the San Antonio Spurs. So all the sports books, when this game is happening live, the last thing in the world they want to do against Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies is put them as a live underdog. And if that happens, which I'll be watching the live line during the whole game, that's the only time to bet. Don't bet -9 for the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm just putting this bet out there for you to get an idea of what bet you want to look for when the live line and the game is happening. When the live line is out and the game is happening, which is not until I don't have the website pulled up right now. I'm sorry. The game's tonight. I don't know the exact time. I'll look right now. Take a trip back in time. It's at 7 p.m. So, which I was watching the game the other night, what was it? Excuse me. Not the New York Knicks and Memphis Grizzlies. No, I'm talking about Memphis Grizzlies +2 against, who are they playing? Well, they won in overtime, 151 to 148. But they were playing, Jesus, really taking a trip back in time. The Suns. So that's what time the game is at tonight. Anyways, um, yeah, it's the same concept as previously mentioned. This country's retarded.